Good day, family. Hey, I'm sitting here in front of my daughter's school right now. I'm waiting on her to get out. And I wanted to share with you guys something that was on my heart, on my mind. And it came from a series that I watched about crazy faith. And I wanted to share it because it was so good. And it talked about how we got to be able to tap into our inner faith. But most of the time, that means thinking like a child. Right? And I was like, what? And I'll tell you, the story that was said was pastor talked about his daughter. I know I could relate to this, so hopefully you can relate to this as well. But when a child normally asks you, like let's use my daughter for example, if Jada asks me, hey dad, I want to go to the trampoline park after school, or I want to go get a snow cone after school, it doesn't matter what it is. The moment that I say yes, she doesn't ask me again. Right. And the pastor talked about this in the segment. And he said, children don't ask again unless they need to remind you of what you said you were going to do. And I was like, man, that's really good, right? They just have that faith, right? I can't tell you how many times that my daughter brings me, even if it's just a Propel bottle, even if it's just whatever it is, when she brings it to me, she's so confident that I can take care of it, right? And the moment that I say I will do something, she doesn't ask again because she has the faith, right? And so the story that was used was like, when you think about it, if you told your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, whoever it is that's a child, if you say, yes, we could go to the park after school, they don't think about, oh, do you have enough gas? They don't think or ask the question of, oh, are you sure that you have the money for this? If we're talking about candy or anything else, like they don't put all of the other outside distractions on the situation. They say, no, mom, dad said they were going to make it happen, said yes, so it's going to happen, right? Now, if you said it and you gave a specific time frame, that's a different story. But most of the time when we're asking for whatever our greatest desire is, we don't give a specific time frame, right? Edit. But most of the time when we're asking for whatever our greatest desire is, our biggest want, most of the time we're not given, by God, whoever your creator is, you're not given a specific time, date, hour that it's going to happen. You just believe, you have that faith that it will. And sometimes what we do is we say, because we don't have it right now, oh, it's not coming, when that's not true. Another way that I equated this when I heard the story in my mind was when you think about anybody who makes it to the big leagues, whether that's basketball, football, being an entertainer, whatever it is, there is so many long nights and early mornings, little bit of sleep, and just hope and belief. Right. And I think about it. One of the stories that comes to my mind is right now, this is timely, that CeeDee Lamb just got one of the largest deals for a wide receiver ever. Right. Then you look at Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, who just won the NBA championship with Boston. Those guys had many of losses. I mean, CeeDee Lamb is still taking losses. But again, he kept working. He kept working, knowing that eventually it was going to pay off. And his ultimate glory has not paid off because, of course, as we know, Cowboys ain't won no shit. But that's not the point. The point is he never stopped believing. And so think about it. For him, he kept that faith, that baby faith that it started when he was playing pee-wee football, to that high school football, to then going playing college football. And now he's been in the league for 4 or 5 years, right? And he still every step of the way has taken losses, but he has not controlled his faith, right? That's the thing that I want you to be thinking about. Regardless of what your dream is, regardless of what your desire is, just understand that if you can hold on, if you can continue to show up, if you can continue to get in the weight room, if you can continue to tell yourself, I got this. He's got this. My creator, whoever, because you're here this morning, right? You're here this afternoon. Whatever the time is that you see this, you're here. You're breathing. You have an opportunity to watch a video like this or any other video that tells you just hold on. Just keep that faith. And I promise you, if you do, in the end, that dream will become a reality. Or you'll die trying, which means that you'll die with no regret. Right? And so that's the big thing that I wanted to share today. You got to always ask yourself, how big is my faith? And so that's the thing that I want to tell you. You got to always ask yourself, how big is my faith? And on top of that, am I believing like a child? Do I have faith like a child? And if you do, just know that it's coming. It's always coming. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know, how big is your faith? Right? Is there anything that you wish that you had more faith on? And I don't want to turn these into all the time spiritual, but I think that when we tap into our spirit, our inner creator, our inner God, right? We're all made in the image of God. If we tap into that, I think that it gives us purpose, it gives us belief, it gives us hope, but more importantly, it gives us a deeper faith. That's all I got for this one. Remember, in the dream we trust, but you got to take action on something, because everybody has a dream, and without action, that dream will only merely be a fantasy. That's all for this one. Catch you on the next one.